All right. Hello, I'm Ryan Clark, founder and CEO of Qube Money. I'm excited to be here today and inform you all of our incredible progress. While the journey has been bumpy, Qube Money will exist and bless the lives of all those who use it. So, when will you get to use it? That's the big question everyone has right now. And thankfully, during this time of COVID-19 and the difficulties around it, Qube has experienced some incredible success. We've seen the best fundraising in our history. We've locked in the contracts with top players in the industry and achieved a patent on our technology. We are moving forward. However, our processor, Galileo, like all companies during this time, has seen not only the strains of moving to a remote workforce, but also a $1.2 billion acquisition. This upheaval has cost us about a month and a half of time. But please understand that Galileo's technology gives us the power to realize our technology. The speed and reliability we've craved for the system since the beginning is already happening. Currently, our tests show Qube's opening and closing in a second, where with our previous technology and processor, those open times were often 10 to 30 seconds. It's a massive improvement. However, this speed, reliability, and the extra features we will provide are not without cost. As we've gotten deeper into the code with Galileo, we've found that many of the hundreds of transaction types will require live testing in order to ensure we handle them correctly. Our system is very cutting edge and very unique. All the millions of merchant terminals out there create what developers call a black box. But fortunately, we do have experience with these transaction types in our system, but we don't know all the details until we start our live alpha testing. Now, alpha, by the way, means internal testing, and live means with real money. So we have been alpha testing for the past several months, but this has been in our simulators and with fake money. So let me put all this into perspective. Back in March and before COVID-19, we held a company meeting with all our partners with the purpose of creating one thing: an accurate timeline. This timeline showed our live alpha testing beginning in early May. The live alpha will now begin on June 10th, less than 2 weeks from now. We had believed that 3 weeks of live alpha testing would be sufficient, but given the black box I mentioned, live alpha testing may need to be as long as 2 months. Trust me when I say that the team and myself want Qube released worse than you do. However, we will deliver a stable system and will not release it until it is ready to handle whatever any of you may throw at it. That is our commitment. The great thing is that while we're seeing delays and challenges, we have seen no roadblocks. Qube will come, and we are so grateful for your support and belief. Now, this change in the length of live alpha means that our beta test group should expect to begin in August. And for all of you wonderful lifetime account holders, thank you. You will begin in October, followed by those who are on the waiting list. We also decided to extend the lifetime promotion through the beta, giving you a bit more time to take advantage of that incredible offer. It will end after beta. Now, let me cover a few other details. We will start beta with only individual accounts. Couples, you may sign up as individuals and then later create a joint account when it's ready. The kid cards will come last. This will all be during the beta. While this is not the news that I hope to deliver today, it is the honest and transparent truth. We are moving closer to the dream. Qube will come, and it will be worth the wait. Now I'd like to take some time for some questions. So go ahead, Scott. What do we got? Phil, good to see you on. Some of you have been following us since the beginning, which is 4 years ago. I can't tell you how humbling and how this project would not have succeeded, given the bumps that we've had along the road, without your support. So thank you so much, all of you that have been there cheering us on, giving us great feedback as well as your own stories. I can't tell you how valuable those have been to me personally, but also to the entire team. Our investors as well. We've shared a bunch of those with our investors. So it's been a community effort to get this to where we are today. All right, let's see. So about a lifetime. Okay, so Tomas, so I bought a lifetime premium when the beta starts. When will the beta start? Okay, so all of the lifetime members. Okay, so we're going to begin. Let me back up. So the full timeline is like this. On June 10th, we'll begin our live alpha testing. It's a huge advancement in our progress. Live alpha testing, again, that's us internally testing it, but with live money, real cards, real merchants all around. We'll be testing online, gas stations, which some of you may know are problematic. We'll begin doing all that testing internally to make sure we handle those correctly. We're anticipating it may take up to 2 months. Okay, so the first beta, for everyone that's in the beta test group, you guys will begin, you should expect to begin in August. And we'll get you in as soon as we can, but plan for probably about mid-August or so. Once we've gone through the test group, which is about 400 to 500 people, next up are our lifetime members. So all you lifetime members of any type, whether you have the individual or the family, you'll begin at that point and move forward there. During all of the beta phase, which begins once we leave alpha, we'll move into beta. It's the closed beta first with our beta test group. Then we'll go to the lifetime beta. So lifetime members you'll be in, it will still be considered a beta. During that time, we'll be releasing the couples joint account as well as the kid cards and a bunch of other. You'll see a lot of releases. Probably every 2 to 3 weeks, you'll see a new release with new features, updates as we go through the beta all the way through. So again, it's closed beta for beta test group, lifetime members, and then everyone that's on the waiting list last. As we get through all of that, we will have a transition point where we will go live and out of beta.
Can you see that question from Taylor?
Yeah, it's small. Okay, Taylor, how can we manage plan for our bills? Using paper envelopes for my bills has been essential in my life as a server, cash earner. So how about that? Great question. So Taylor, this is a really exciting one. So previously with Proactive, we built, Proactive is designed to be just cash envelopes. So the same problem that you're experiencing with cash and cash envelopes, we had the same problem. But Qube won't. We've specifically identified that problem. We've figured out ways to take care of it. So with Qube, you will now have both bill queues and savings queues. So there's basically 3 queue types. You've got your spending queue, which is what we had before, but now we'll have bill queues, which will handle all your bills of all types, your Netflix subscription, your rent or mortgage. It can handle everything inside that bill queue. And then we'll have a specific savings queue to handle savings goals. And then you'll be able to, you can send a paper check if you need to. So if you've got a debt with mom, for example, you can send her a paper check, or you can also electronically pay that on our side, or if it's Netflix and they'll be charging your account, you can also have that set up through that bill queue. That is something that, that will be one of those features that will come out during the beta as we're going through and getting everything up. So, all right, what else? Crystal, good to see you. See your name anyway. What if you're a lifetime member and lost your golden ticket for lifetime? That's a problem. No, I'm kidding. Call us, call our customer service, and we'll help link you up. But for all of you that have your golden ticket number, keep that because that is your token to get in. So you will need to have that to sign in during the beta. Everyone during the beta and for all your lifetime members, when you go to sign up, you'll be entering that in. That tells our system that you're lifetime, so you don't get billed. All right, what else? Phil, good to see you on here. Okay, how can we get a hold of some of that Qube money swag in the meantime? So right now we just have the t-shirts, but so everyone who buys a lifetime, you guys will get, and should have already received a link to go pick up that, to go get your t-shirts. I don't think we have anything else available right now, but Phil, I'd love to to get some swag out to you. So if you'd like that, feel free to, email me, ryan@qubemoney.com. I'm going to get away with emails now. All right. What else? Good question. How can some be a part of the beta team? Okay, so Scott, what's our email on that?
hello@qubemoney.com.
There you go, hello@qubemoney.com. Send an email there and request to be a part of the beta test group. Now, here's the thing with the beta test group, and this is why not everyone's in it. The beta test group is, it's a fairly active group. So if you'd like to be in there and participate in that experience, you will be required to give us lots of feedback on your experience. We'll be calling you and asking you questions on how the experience went. So there's a lot more involvement to beta testing than just trying out the app. So there's a lot of reporting, and it will take some time. So if you want to do that, fantastic, email us. If you'd rather wait a little bit, once we get through the beta test group, we will go to lifetime, and then we should have pretty much all the bugs out by that point. And you won't be required to send us feedback or be available for phone calls and things like that. What else? Okay, explain what's the difference between the first beta and the second premium beta group. Okay, so let me walk through that. All right, so we have a beta test group. This group, so we have our alpha testing, that's just all of us internally. That's all alpha, small group, very controlled. As we move out of that, we'll go to the beta test group. This is now external, but you do have to be on that list. So that's our closed beta. We're calling that closed beta group. Again, there's about 400 to 500 people in that group. We'll be taking people on at roughly between 10 and then ramping up to 50 a week per day, depending on how stable the system is and what kind of issues we're seeing. So it'll be kind of incremental rollout during that beta, that closed beta. Once that group has completed, then we'll move into lifetime. Lifetime members are the next priority, and we'll do kind of the same thing. We should be at about 50 to maybe 100 a day at that point. We bring on all the lifetime members, and there's a lot of those. So everyone will come in there. Once we get through all our lifetime members, then we'll go to people that are just on the waiting list. So they'll be last. So, okay. Chris, you're confused because I'm both a beta tester and a lifetime member. What can I expect? So you'll be in the beta test group. So if we do have a lot of lifetimers in the beta test group, that's great. Just understand you will be required to give us a lot more feedback than you would if you were just in the lifetime group. But if you're willing to do that, you can get in earlier by being in the test group. But again, remember the beta test group will experience more bugs. We will be more active in communicating with you to make sure we're not only giving you a great experience in the app, but making sure that the app is nailing everything that you've hoped it would. If there's something that's not there, or if there's a UI design with how the interface works that's just not quite working, that's when we're going to be refining all those things. So, but yeah, anyone is welcome to apply to be into the beta test group, and then you will get access to it sooner. It won't have all of the features in there. Those will be coming out throughout the entire beta period. So again, the beta period starts with the closed beta, the beta test group, then to lifetimers, then the waiting list last. That's what we're considering our beta period. Will there be a web app, or is it only mobile? So Luke, it'll be only mobile initially. Probably next year or so we will come out with a web app. We do have that in our roadmap, but since most people are out and about when they're doing purchases, we wanted to focus on mobile first. Merv, you're saying, how's your team holding up? You know what? The Qube team is incredible. We had a few scares during the beginnings of COVID-19, and it was a humbling experience to me to see how the team united during that time to overcome some significant challenges that we did experience as a company. So instead of falling apart or people being wishy-washy or anything, Everyone stayed on. We have an amazing team that is very committed to our mission and the vision and getting this thing out as fast as we possibly can. In addition to that, our investor community is amazing. I mentioned that we had the best fundraising ever. And this goes back to our investor community. You guys have been incredible. Thank you so much. Again, these things just, it humbles me to be a part of such an amazing opportunity, experience, project. It's a real honor to be a part of it all. So that's how we held that, Marv.
Okay, Thomas.
Okay, Thomas, how can I be sure I'm part of the beta test group? So use that same email, hello@qubemoney.com, and confirm that you're in there. But you also should be receiving emails that are just going out to the beta test group. So that'd be one way to know. But you can email and confirm if you'd like. All right. Will the beta be on iOS and Android at the same time? Yes, it will. We are developing both simultaneously. Android is about a week ahead of iOS, but we'll release them both at the same time with the same features. And yeah, we will have both their native apps that will run really fast and really clean. And yes, we will have both. Excited about that. Previously, we only had iOS, so this is great that we'll have both right from the get-go. Repeat the email, hello@qubemoney.com for if you want to get into the beta or check if you are already on it. That's the email. And Michelle's asking, when will the beta be rolled out? Okay, so let me just walk through this one more time. Alpha, or live alpha, again, live meaning with real money, because we've been alpha testing, but live alpha begins on June 10th. So there's great progress there. Again, this is a huge step forward for us, and we're so excited. But again, we've realized that our system, with how the millions of merchant terminals out there, how they all work, we've been told that, and we saw this previously, they all can behave a little different. So we have to be able to handle all of that so that your experience is excellent. So we are extending our live alpha testing time. If that is shorter, then we will move everything back up. But given all the testing that we're looking at, we're thinking we're going to need a lot more time. So live alpha, 2 months, that puts the closed beta, so our beta test group, starting in August. When they conclude, and we don't know exactly when that'll be, so that's in the air a bit, but when they conclude, then we'll move into lifetime, and then into the waiting list. That's the timeline. Thank you, Irv, for your prayers. Appreciate that. You've been wonderful over the years. Thank you. Christy, I'll pull up Christy's, that's pretty long. So if you're in the beta and also in lifetime, as soon as you enroll in the beta, you'll just remain in the system. Will you keep the same debit card throughout? Christy, there is a chance that we may have to issue you a card where we're hoping we don't have to do that, so it can be the same all the way through, but there's a chance you may get a new one. But it'll be better if we do have to do that, I promise you. Okay, cool. Thank you, Diana, Michelle. Okay, any last questions? Wrap up. Anyone else? It's pretty much, this whole conversation is really about the timeline. And again, I hope everyone's hearing that while we are extending it because we realize we've got to do a lot more testing, we still are moving forward. COVID-19 has definitely pushed us back about a month and a half, but we still are moving forward with our live alpha, which again, we're thrilled about. If you have other questions about features or other things, feel free to email us or contact our customer support team. We can talk more about how some of those features will work. Yeah, I think that's.
You want to take the questions?
I think unless we got something, Gretchen, the lifetime beta members get an email. Yes, you will. You guys will be in the loop. Don't worry about that. And ahead of the beta testing, we show or release a more comprehensive demo of the app. You know, we will have, if you go to our YouTube channel, we do have a new demo video that we made in there, which is kind of cool. There's another one we'll probably produce during the beta, explaining more of how certain parts of the app work inside, but we're not planning on creating a full demo of everything, just the key elements. And really inside the app, there's two key parts, which is one, our spending method, which is very unique, right? You have to open a Qube first to be able to spend, instead of just swiping mindlessly like every other financial app out there. Qube requires you to have to open, so you have to be intentional with how you're spending, right? So you have to open and then swipe. So that's one core piece of the system, one core module. The other is how you create that intentionality, how you create purpose with your money. We call that the allocation screen. So when you put money into Qube, it goes into your Qube cloud. Money in the cloud cannot be spent. It just sits there. So when you get your deposit from work or have any kind of deposit hit your account, it hits the cloud. And that gives you the opportunity to then go in and decide how you want to deploy those dollars. You have to give a purpose. Should that go into groceries or clothing or your vacation goal? Where does it go? And you then move that money into that. So those are the two main modules of the system. That you'll see. You'll see when you get in there. Good. All right. Okay. Thank you all so much. Thank you for being a part of us in this amazing journey. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's been an incredible journey, and you guys have all made it happen. So thank you. Feel free to send out any other questions you have by email. And for now, we'll say see you later. Thanks.